Alright guys, welcome to a work day in my life, and more specifically a work from home day in my life. So I typically wake up around 8 or 8:30 a.m. and then I like to open the blinds, get some fresh air coming in, and then I start making my bed. Then I get over into the bathroom and I brush those pearly whites, make sure they're all clean for the day. Then I come over back into my bedroom, which is also my office, and I open my work laptop and I turn it on to get everything kind of loaded up. So then I like to sit there for a little bit and just catch up on emails, read through things, and get myself ready for the day, check out what kind of meetings I have, and what tasks I have to get accomplished for the day. Alright, so I just checked my mail and I have a meeting at 9 a.m. It's about 8:40 now, so I'm about to put some workout clothes on, feed the dog, and then walk her down to either the dog park or on a nice little walk to get her out, and then I'm going to come back here and take my 9 a.m. call. So here is my workout outfit. It's from Gap Fit. It's a black tank top with gray leggings and a gray bra to match with sort of a pink, baby pink accent colors as well. So now I'm just putting the leash onto little Perdita girl and we're gonna head out for a morning stroll. I then come back to take my 9 a.m. daily marketing meeting call with the marketing team. We basically spend time in this meeting to go over what we have to do for the day, what we did yesterday, and if we're stuck on anything or need any help.
So we have a 3-day home sale in the morning and then a style walk at 11, and then the two we are here, or the last buyers, last chances go at 12.
Typically when I'm on this call, I share my portion and then I just listen to the rest of my team talk about their items. And while I listen, I like to put the dishes away from the day before. I then go back to working for about an hour or two. Then around 10:30 or 11 a.m., I like to break my fast. I intermittent fast for about 16 hours, and then I eat within about 8 hours. So I like to break that fast around 10:30 or 11 a.m. by making my green detox smoothie. This is the very first thing I like to put inside my body in the morning after naturally detoxing all night in my sleep. It's got kale, spinach, vitamin water, which has a lot of electrolytes, apple, celery, banana, and I also put lemon juice in there as well. And then I put it in there and I blend, and I like to usually make about 2 servings each time. So I'll have one that day and then I will save the other for the next day. So after I drink my green smoothie, I usually will take a walk. But before I do, I like to open Spotify, check out my music, decide between either a nice musical playlist or I will look up a podcast and listen to that on my walk. Right now, I'm really loving Taking Back Your Power with Isabel Palacios. It's all about manifestation if you're into that. And then I like to head out for the rest of my lunch break, about 45 minutes to an hour. I like to step out, get the blood moving, get some exercise, soak up some sunlight, some fresh air, especially after being cooped in all day and being cooped in the rest of the day and night, especially in 2020 as we are in. And I just like to get outside and break up the day. Then I come back in around 12 p.m. And I'm usually sweaty from the walk, so I'll go take a quick shower. And then once I'm out of the shower, I'll pick out a leisure outfit, is what I like to call it, for the day. It's basically just something you wear in the house that's basically like pajamas, so comfy enough to leisure in. And this set's actually from Target. And then before I go to sit down to get back to work, I like to grab a quick iced coffee. Right now I'm using Oatly's oat milk and Starbucks coffee from the grocery store, and I do about half and half of each into a Yeti tumbler to keep it cold. I then go back into my bedroom, aka my office, and I will turn on the TV. Today I am opting to put on a Disney movie, Moana. I've seen this many times, so I will just turn this on, put it on mute, and I just really like to have something on the TV in the background. Again, it's on mute. It's not very distracting, but it's just nice to have on. I then jump on a couple more calls and continue to work. It is now about 3 o'clock and I'm taking a very late lunch, but because I broke fast at 11, it's not that late for me. Alright, so I'm showing you a calendar view of what a typical week looks like in my job. I do work within digital marketing and more specifically within email marketing. So if we just start by looking at my calendar, every morning at 9, Monday through Friday, I have a daily huddle 9 a.m. meeting with our marketing team. And as you saw earlier in the video, we basically just go in a circle and discuss kind of where we are and how we're doing. And so this is with the tactical marketing team, and the greater tactical marketing team includes another email specialist and a social media manager and a digital ad manager as well. And we all roll up to the performance marketing director. So like I said, we just make sure we're all aligned and that no one needs any assistance for that day. So then today I had a meeting to go over our September and October promotional plan. So the promotional manager will basically walk through what the promotional plan is for that timeline. More specifically, she went over campaigns for September and October. So as a tactic owner and as an email owner, I just align with her in these meetings and just make sure I can get all the promotional needs represented in the email channel. So then every day at noon, the company has put on our calendars an hour from 12 to 1 as our refuel and reset hour, where no one can, basically it's an understanding that no one can book a meeting during that time, and it's just supposed to be used to kind of unplug. Since we're all working from home, they really want to make sure we're taking that hour lunch break and that we're able to take it because no one's putting meetings on it. So then we have a weekly Monday meeting with Oracle Responses to basically go over any questions we might be having within the system. Oracle Responses is basically the system in which I work out of and that I build emails in and send emails in, and also report analytics on emails in. So that's a weekly thing where we basically learn new functionalities and get any questions we have answered. Every Monday we have at 2 o'clock our email team one-on-one. So this is more specific to anyone involved in email. So it's myself, another email marketing specialist, as well as our manager, the performance marketing director. In this time, we like to check out how the emails performed last week, go through analytics together, draw conclusions, and then we basically type up a write-up of this conversation and we share it with the greater team so that everyone can understand how email channel is driving revenue. In my company, email is responsible for about 60 to 65% of our daily demand or our daily revenue. So it's something that we do like to share with the other components of the marketing team. And then at the end of every Monday and as well as Wednesday, we have a promo update meeting for the promotional team to let us know if any promotions have changed, and if so, we will modify those promotions on our side or within our tactic. So overall, as you see, I spend a lot of my time each week in meetings, as you can see in gold. And then the blue basically is time I like to set aside for different tasks I have to do, so that I have that time blocked out and set as busy so that nobody else can kind of book me within that time. Oftentimes these tasks do go over what I've designated, but I do like to have at least some placeholders for that. So breaking down some of these tasks, every week on Tuesday I have at 9 a.m. to 10:30 time designated for creative inspiration for our upcoming promotional campaigns and how I'm going to support those in email. So I will spend that time on Tuesday basically wireframing out in block form what each segment of the email needs to look like and what categories need to be represented, what the theme's gonna be, what the promotion's gonna be. So I spend that time just making sure that I'm looking up, different ideas from other retailers, and I basically just spend that time kind of looking into what other people are doing, what we've done in the past, what's worked well, and I will just build a wireframe for that. And then Tuesday morning at 11, we have what's called turnover, and this is where we turn over those inspirations to our creative team for them to build. Also within these, basically I'm building briefs with wireframes in them, and it includes different creative direction, what I want the creative to look like, what I want the email to look like, copy direction, what I want the inbox copy to sound like, what I want it to include, promotional guidance, product categories from our merchants. I align with them as well to basically make sure that their categories are being represented within the email as well. Other things I do throughout the week include sending email tests. This is a large majority of what I work on throughout the week. So when I send my tests, what that means is an email is basically built in responses and it's ready for launch. So I will go through the email within the responses system, make sure everything is linking correctly, just making sure on a technological level that this email is going to be able to be tracked, the links are going to be tracked, and that it is all set on different platforms. So if you're an iOS person, Android user, I want to make sure everything looks good on desktop, mobile, that all the copy is written correctly, there's no errors, promotions are all correct, promo codes are all correct. So this is sort of me prepping the email, sending out tests to the team for them to review, and then once they're done QCing them, I will schedule them for launch. And I usually do these in bulk the week prior. So when I'm sending tests, I'm usually sending tests for emails launching the next week. So then on Thursdays, a big task for Thursday is the creative review meeting. And this is basically a meeting in which we meet with the creative team to go over our creative in different rounds. There are 3 rounds. So we do round 1, which is a concept round, round 2 and round 3, just to provide any final edits to the creative team to make sure that the final product is on brand and that it's looking good and doing what we need it to do. And so that's where we spend our time just reviewing creatively what the emails are gonna look like. And then Friday, I usually like to spend that day scheduling out emails for the next week and wrapping things up. So I'm happy to go through more in detail what I do in a typical week. I could dive into each of these things way more in depth, but I wanted to give sort of an overview of what a week or a day in my life looks like. I'm now winding down my workday. It is about 5 o'clock. I usually like to stop right around 5, no later than 5:30 every single day. So I'm gonna log on off and I'm gonna call it a day. Thanks so much for watching.